Here we go. One step at a time, don't be living on the line. I don't need a friend, I got more than on the mind. Sunshine in my brain, making everyone complain. Radio in the heart, don't be being so strange. Think I'm losing it.
Hello, ladies and gentlemen. Today is April 7th, 2017, and we're going to be going over Counterparty. The home page is here for you, right there. The available total supply of coins is right here. Now that's kind of interesting, 2.62 million out of 2.65. Pretty small gap there to fill. Left to fill, I should say. Well, let's go ahead and take a look at what this coin is doing currently as far as today. This here is the 90-day or 3-month time frame. So let's go ahead and draw our circle down here. It's January, and well, I wonder why that's coming out a light color there. There we go. To today. And what are we looking at? Let's go ahead and draw our trend lines and find out what's happening on a technical analysis level. So what we're looking at here is what I saw was this nice W pattern right here. Very nice W. We had it go down, the right leg was lower than the left leg there, and then it decided to go up. It broke the middle of the W right here, and as soon as it did that, you can see it was kind of seesawing its way upward there, and when it hit the middle of the W right here, as you can see right there, it went downward. See, I had to test this trend line, or this level right here in the middle of the W. And as soon as it did that, it kind of fell back a little bit, respecting that level. And it went back up to test it a second time, and you can see that when it broke it, it shot up quite a bit there. It didn't seesaw its way, it just went straight up. And once it fulfilled the breaking of the left leg right here on upward, it kind of stopped and slowed down, and then traders decided to say, okay, we fulfilled that W. We fulfilled the middle part of it, and we fulfilled the left leg into the future, making our right leg up. So once it did that, you could see that it turned around and started to go downward now. So why is it going downward? Well, you can see the W here. I'm going to go ahead and erase this W now to reveal something else. Let's make this one green or purple. Now what we see here is a big M pattern forming. Here is the left leg up. There is about the middle, because that's how low it went. Right up there. And could it possibly be something like this now? Is that what it's doing? But what would lead us to believe that this would be a M pattern? Well, we can see that it's created its middle here on that low. So let's go ahead and draw our little circles. There's the left top. Here is the middle. It's not exactly right there, that middle. It's more over here, but I just drew that there because it makes it more nicer. This is right in the middle there, but this is the low basically. So I drew it to the low. Then we put a circle around the low, and then the right leg up created its high right here. But what's very cool about it is that the middle of this M was a W pattern that we had just drawn and then removed. But you could see the M's, or the two W's from the previous video I did on Digibyte actually sent it going up, breaking a trend line. And here we have a W inside of a big M pattern. So this right leg of the M might go down, but you say, okay, how do we know that M isn't going to fail? Because that is also always a possibility. It could go and do this. It can go down here, touch this middle area, or even above before deciding to go back up. Now that is a variable. That can happen, but we're hoping that it does not right now, because this would give us a chance to go ahead and buy, I'm thinking, some coins at a lower price. But because I think if I show you something real soon here that I'm going to show you, if this M pattern is fulfilled, I'd like to buy in right here, $2, $2.50. That would be kind of nice, because right now it's up at, what, $3.60 something it looks like there. But let's take a look at this. Is this an M pattern? Could this be an M? So let's go ahead and go to the longer time frame. Let's make our trend line red our color. Now, the very interesting thing here is that we have a nice M pattern we can see right here. A little bit more clear here. See that there? So there it is. It just broke above the right leg, or the left leg there. Moving just a little bit higher than the left. Let's go ahead and delete that little dot. Now, let's draw our purple trend line, and let's connect this high back here to this high right here. See, very clear highs. Let's go ahead and draw our circle around each high. Now let's project that high into the future. And we can see this M is respecting a trend line. We have the left leg hit the head right on that trend line, knock down, create the W that sent it straight back upward, and then we had it break the trend line just a little bit before falling back below the trend line. Now this is a very important and significant trend line, and that's simply because this was way back here in 2014, this high, to 2016. So that's a 2-year trend line into the future. And how interesting it is that we're having a M pattern forming right on this long-term trend line. So as you see, I do go over M patterns in previous videos, and specifically I trade them in my Forex videos. So you'll be seeing a lot of M's and W's in those videos. But you can see that the M pattern looks pretty clear here. Hopefully it's going to go downward. Now, how low will it go? Is it going to fall down here where Counterparty becomes maybe 1 cent worth? I hope not. But what I'm looking at is this trend line right here. Let's go ahead and draw this orange. Here's the high, projected to this high here. Let's draw our circle around those two highs so we get a nice visual. And then let's project that into the future. And we have what? A nice downward trend line. This is going to be a resistance level here. So if this M were to fail, it might go up and touch this trend line here before falling downward. Now, creating its right leg. Now, it looks like it might have gotten scared already, because you can see that this purple trend line and this orange trend line form a triangle. So anytime we have M patterns coming up and approaching a triangle, most of the time they will go down. Not always, but most of the time. So what we can look at is that this is already the narrowing of this triangle, and it's finding resistance there. And it's got 2 levels of resistance here, this one and this one. So it's kind of scared. You can see that it immediately turned around. Okay, it's very cautious of this level right now. But this M might be able to be fulfilled. Let's see a reason why I think it might. Let's go ahead and draw our low. Here's a low down here to this low right here. Now let's project that into the future. And you can see we have another triangle. But this orange triangle is a little bit better than this purple one. And the reason why I say that is because the bottom, if it was a true triangle, would be taken from lows, not the highs. So this actually is not a triangle, the purple and the orange one here. I said it's like a triangle because it looked like it was kind of pinching down on it, creating a narrowing effect here, or narrowing area, excuse me. But this is projected from 2 highs here into the future. And this one up here is projected from 2 highs into the future. What we'd like for triangles is to have the lows create the support trend line. So you can see down here, these are 2 lows, taken from lows, and this is taken from lows too. Okay? That'll give us our support trend line. Now this orange trend line right here will give us our resistance because it's taken from 2 highs. Okay? projected into the future. So this right here creates a nice purple trend line. But it does have, it looks like a symmetrical triangle, but it's really not, but it is a level of resistance because it is simply a trend line. However, the orange one can be a symmetrical triangle because it matches the bottom here of this orange one. Okay, with that aside now, let's look at this right leg of this M. Now it's broken the purple trend line there, the long-term resistance area. It's fallen shortly below it, but you can see this is where I'm thinking it might go, is bounce in between this triangle here before giving us a breakout here in the future, and probably going to $6 to retest the previous high there, if not up to $8 hopefully, but let's just say $6 to be safe right now, because we don't want to say it's going to break out and go to $100 or something big. I just said that before in previous videos because there was a lot going on in cryptocurrencies and things were shooting up rapidly, but it seems to be calming down a little bit. So let's just give the idea that it will go to $6. Now, during this area here, where this M pattern may fulfill itself downward, we can look for buy areas right here. This is where we might want to buy our counterparty coins, and this would put us probably around the $3 mark, or $2.50. So this is where I'm looking to buy. Personally, these areas down here, I can make the bubbles a little bigger. You can buy somewhere in around this area here. Okay, and then over here. But you get the idea. You want to buy on a low here, not up here. It's okay to stack a couple coins. What I think I would do is stack a couple here at the high if it's cheap enough. Sure, why not? But I'd like to get in on a lower area when it pulls back down, specifically after seeing a nice M pattern form. Okay, and I see all these other cool, interesting things going on the chart. There's this long-term trend line in which I'm seeing it find resistance on right now, creating that M pattern right there. The middle of the M was a W pattern, so it's fulfilling patterns very nicely and very smoothly right now, as well as being around key levels of trend lines. It's falling in between a large symmetrical triangle there, and it's coming not yet close to the narrowing area, but I think that we're catching it on a high area where Counterparty can fall just shy to maybe the $3 mark or $2.50 mark before going back upward to continue testing these areas here and then shooting up eventually in the future. Okay, I hope you liked this video. Thank you for subscribing, thank you for the likes, and thank you for the comments on the videos below. I do like your guys' idea of the donations, so I'm going to put some donation things down there for you if you'd like to donate to me. I would appreciate that too. Thank you so much for those ideas there. You guys have a nice night. Take care. Bye-bye.